Hi, I'm Clara Ketchell, and this is Crash Course World History. Today we start off with a question. How did the Ming Dynasty successfully rise to power, and what led to their downfall? Well, my astonishingly gifted viewers, the answer to that question consists of multiple parts, and subparts of those subparts, and so on. But I'll get into that later. Miss Ketchell, why are there so many parts? Didn't the Ming Dynasty just build most of the Great Wall? Me from the past, your ignorant attitude is almost adorable, but more just blatantly misinformed. The story begins with Hong Wu. Hong Wu was a poor orphan, much like Andrew Jackson or Harry Potter. Hong Wu grew up in a Buddhist temple, which unfortunately was burned down in 1352 by a militia. Afterwards, he joined a rebel group and quickly gained power. In 1368, he and his rebels defeated the exceptional but failing Mongols and took Beijing. He thus created the Ming Dynasty, where he reinstituted Chinese imperial traditions from both the Tang and the Song dynasties. Now, you may be wondering, how did a dynasty built on a rebellion grow into a prosperous empire? Well, my highly intelligent pupils, this is where we get to the various parts and subparts. The Ming Dynasty expanded because of its strong military, fierce leadership, and booming economy. The Ming Dynasty military was one to rival even the greats of military prestige, such as the Mongols. Guns were introduced to the Ming Dynasty by the always peaceful Portuguese. The Ming Dynasty used these guns to arm their ships. They later invented their own guns called huocheng. A man also attempted to make a homemade rocket by attaching gunpowder to a chair, but then the man died when they set it off because that's how common sense works. Seriously, you have some of the most advanced technology of your time, and then you turn around and try to make chair rockets. There truly are two types of people. The Ming Dynasty's leadership was consistently strict. Hong Wu set the bar by focusing heavily on justice, discipline, and respect. Hong Wu even formed a secret police to put people who opposed the emperor in jail. He had his own Avengers. He was basically Nick Fury. Another strong aspect of leadership was the tribune system Zhang He had helped to set up. He would go to other empires on his trade travels and demand a tribute of money to become part of the Chinese Empire. Many wanted to be a part of this because of the impressive trade ships and goods that Zhang He brought over to the various empires he would trade with and gain tribute from. Speaking of Zhang He, it's time for the open letter. An open letter to Zhang He. Zhang He, you were the most influential traveler of your time. Your fleets and goods were beyond any other empire's wildest dreams. You had ships with gardens, ships with big guns. You had ships with drafts. Drafts, man, I don't even know how that would work. And yet, you let the Ming Dynasty walk all over you. The emperor was like, no, you can't trade on the Indian Ocean anymore. We need you to focus on domestic issues. You could have found California. You could have discovered the New World. But instead, the Ming Dynasty burned all your beautiful ships, and now you have nothing. Bummer. Sincerely, Clara Ketchell. Zhang He didn't just crush my dreams of Chinese exploration to the New World, he also was instrumental in establishing a strong Ming Dynasty economy. Chinese cities such as Beijing became trade hubs because of the impact Zhang He had. Luxury goods like silk, alcohol, tobacco, and various fruits and vegetables were only some of the things sold in Chinese trade markets. But the most important item was porcelain. Porcelain was used to make cups and plates and was very rare. Now porcelain is used to make creepy dolls. Your eyes follow me, I swear I'm not crazy. I see everything. This would be a good time to move to Cam 2. Hi Cam 2, it's been a while. How are you? I'm feeling fairly happy, but not for long because I'm going to talk about the downfall of the Ming Dynasty. Unfortunately, although the empire had strong positive factors, the dynasty eventually fell because of widespread famine and peasant rebellions. Yes, I know, it's surprising that peasants would not be happy about an authoritative government. It's ironic that a rebellion, which started the Ming Dynasty, eventually was instrumental in its downfall. Because of annoyingly consistent monsoons, there were frequent flooding from the Yellow River that killed crops and livestock, which led to a famine. Lack of resources coming from the government during famine times angered peasants. The government had spent too much money trying to repair the Great Wall to protect their northern and western borders from invaders. These poor decisions led to a loss of resources for domestic use and ultimately the downfall of the Ming Dynasty. Well, on that overwhelmingly positive note, thanks for watching. I'm Clara Ketchel. Tune back in next week when I discuss the pros and cons of making chair rockets.